Today, for the first time on this channel, we are taking over a Greek club in Olympiacos, the Conference League winners of last season, that are going to be up for this challenge. Put Olympiacos along with the other Greek sides PAOK and Panathinaikos in an Eastern European league, a super league of Eastern European clubs. I've also, funnily enough, used the Trendyol Super League for this challenge. No Turkish clubs though in here. 19 teams, all of those from Eastern Europe, apart from HGK Helsinki, who somehow have made their way in here. I forgot AEK Athens, also from Greece in this Super League. Apoel is from Cyprus. We've got Cluj from Romania, Zagreb from Croatia, Kiev from Ukraine, along with FCSB also from Romania. Ferencváros, a team that we rebuilt a few weeks ago, here as well from Hungary. Helsinki, of course, from Finland. Split from, is that Croatia? I do believe, yes, Croatia. Poznan from Poland. Warszawa from Poland. We've got, of course, Olympiacos, PAOK, Panathinaikos. There is Karabakh from Azerbaijan. Donetsk from Ukraine. The two Prague teams, Slavia and Sparta from Czechia. And Victoria Pilsen to close this league off. Having a look at our side here, it's a quite interesting side that I've already changed the formation for. A 4-2-2-2 with two cams and two strikers. No wingers, absolutely none. This team doesn't suit a formation with wingers, to be fair. Talents like Tsolakis and Kostoulas, along with Musakitis, are the ones I want to build this team around. The tiki-taka playstyle with Olympiacos, because we are one of the stronger sides, I do presume, in this league. Now the recruitment policy, the players we can bring in must be of the countries of our league. Not Helsinki though, they must be from Eastern European countries, so we can only transfer in players from Eastern European countries in this rebuild. The goal is to not only win this Super League, but also the Champions League at the end. That is going to be the end goal, as we're already showing the door to Rodinei, the right back, who goes to Al Ittihad for 16 million, putting in the Saudi bag. 38 million in our budget, not a bad budget to start off this rebuild. I've also hired a 4-star, 5-star scout who will find us talent from Greece in the upcoming months. We certainly need a better CDM than Garcia, who is only going down from here. He's 34. Costinha is 24, so he might be fine at right back for now. Otherwise, the ages of these players, apart from Garcia, are very good. Martins is 29, but Musakiti is 17, Kostoulas 17, Retsos the captain 25, Tsolakis the keeper 21, and Carmo in defense 25. So actually the ages are quite favorable to us. So the first and probably only player we bring in is a Croatian in this first season. CDM replacing Garcia in a swap deal. Coming in from the Saudi League, from Al Nasser. We've sold one player to this league. We've now got one. Marcelo Brozovic, 21 million plus Garcia coming in to Olympiacos. Years old, still 3 years younger and a lot higher rated than Garcia, so he slots in perfectly as the best player of the team right away. And that is what concludes this first transfer window already. I'm really excited to see what we can do in this first season itself. Dynamo Kiev ahead of Black Poznan. It's the end of the first season and we're already the champions. 11 points ahead of Slavia Prague and 20 points ahead of Shakhtar. Are we that good? I don't know. 77 goals scored, 37 conceded. We've even won the Balkan Cup, I want to call it, over FCSB in the final, so we do the double in that Super League of the Eastern countries of the Balkan region. I can also show you 3 talents that I've found from Greece. Alexopoulos, Papakostas, maybe the best talent. He gets promoted right away, he's already 16. And Bezos, Aristides Bezos, 15 years old, 81 to 87 potential left back. El Kabi absolutely dominates the stats. 26 goals for him, 16 for Kostoulas, and then 8 for Gelson Martins, but 16 for Kostoulas, but he's only played 18 games. I don't know why Yaremchuk with 15 games, 8 goals. But where are the other games gone? Well, looking at the team, Kostulas, Musakitis, our wonder kids, Solakis as well, they've grown very well. Even Heze in midfield, 23, 81 rated already. Retzo's up to an 78 overall. We might need to replace one of the centre backs in the future. Maybe Retzo's, I'm not so sure. Certainly need to replace El Kabi sometime down the line, as well as Martins at Cam. He's already 30. El Kabi's 32. Still, we've done a great job in this league, in his first season itself. First in the league, first in the cup. That's how you want it. Next season, then, probably Champions League football. Two further players that get promoted in Season 2 are Stavros Bezos and Alekos Koufos, 16 and 17 years of age. We have gone on and made the whole clear out of the club. Vezo, Biel, Chiquinho for 20 million to Feyenoord. Yaremchuk goes away. We've got Yazici, Mazuras, Agnastopoulos. I don't know if I butchered this name. I don't think so. But well, Abi also goes away too. Ferencvaros, just like this Alexandros guy. We've also loaned out 3 more players. I'm sorry if I'm going to butcher names, because that's what I'm doing with those Greek ones. Leaving us with an abundance of cash, 93 million in our bank. I've gone on and found a Greek cam, very talented player, 17 years of age only. He's going to pair up with Musakitis. It is Konstantinos Karetsas, even though he's on the lower side of the rating, coming in for 5 million from Genk. He will be a starter. Next up, we go in for a backup striker, because we didn't have anyone at the club replacing El Kabi and the Greek striker we've had. Man from Croatia, of course, still the rule that we can only sign players from countries that are in our league. Roko Simic coming in from Cardiff City, the Croatian. And so finally, for a very good price of 25 million, we have sold Gelson Martins to Ipswich Town. Leaving us with this squad to play around with. A lot of cams here, but we do need them, as we have 2 cams in the starting 11. Musakitis and Karetsas. As I said, I want to give Karetsas the keys to the castle along with Musakitis, 2 young Greek men. Another young Greek man up top who's already 75 rated. El Kabi along with him, still giving us another season, maybe in the Champions League. Kostinya has grown to an 80 overall. Otherwise, of course, on the bench now, Simic, 2171. Solaki is also up to an 83. This team is very, very talented. We do have over 100 million in our bank, but I'm not going to spend any of that money right now. Yes, guys, we will play Champions League football without even qualifying for it. So we will have a first shot this season. Only ranked 35th, just along the ranks of Rakov from Poland and Alavia. At the end of the league phase, surprisingly, we are in 7th position on 16 points, straight to the round of 16. Wouldn't even have expected us to qualify for the playoff rounds. But look at us now here in 7th position. That is impressive. Even in the league, we are absolutely smashing it again. 1 loss only in 21 games. 46 points, 5 ahead of PAOK in 2nd. Shakhtar in 3rd. Where is AK Athens in 8th? And look at Helsinki. They already finished last season. So far, it's not going very well for them either. It's not going very well for anyone in the league, apart from us. We've also found quite a few youth academy players that we can promote to the first team, especially Kaya and Mikos, who is already 66 rated. I'm still though looking for new players in Croatia, the Czech Republic and Greece. All 5-star, 5-star or 4-star, 5-star scouts now. And well, in the round of 16 we are facing Olympique Lyon away from home. Look at Solak, he's already up to an 85 overall, Kostinya 82, Brozovic 85. We've got a great team, a very strong team, and we get the 2-0 win. Karetsas and Brozovic with the goals. Second leg at home in Greece. We should get another win, or at least a draw. Yes, Kostulas with the goal. Cherki for Lyon, but we progress to the quarterfinals. In the quarters, we face Inter Milan. Inter away from home at the San Siro. Giuseppe Meazza, it's a draw. Not too bad, actually. Kostulas with our goal. Carlos for Inter. We still are in the game. The second leg in Greece at home. And it's a defeat on penalties. So tight it was. El Kabi missed his penalty. Andre Horta, Musakitis and Hesse all missed in a row to absolutely bottle it and give Inter that tie absolutely gifted to them because we were 2-0 up and cruising, conceded 2 more goals, conceded another goal, and then El Kabi with the equalizer but missed his pen in the shootout. Well, we win the title at the end of the season, only 3 losses, 4 points ahead of Shakhtar Donetsk, back-to-back league titles. We don't win the cup though, as Zagreb win that over Vitoria Pilsen. We've been knocked out in the quarters too, Vitoria Pilsen, no double this year. In the end, Arsenal win a Champions League. Where do we write this? Over Real Madrid as well, 2-0. The Europa League goes to Chelsea in a derby, London derby over Spurs, on penalties. And the Conference League to Marseille over Copenhagen. El Kabi certainly needs to be replaced at some point, but Kostulas is the future of this club. Brozovic also will get replaced, he's 33 now. Heze with 8 goals for Simic even from the bench, not too bad. I mean, this squad is very, very good. A few twists here and there, maybe bringing out Ortega, at some point bringing out El Kabi, maybe even Brozovic. Then we will have a team ready to compete for the Champions League because we've already had a phenomenal season. We are on track for the three-peat at Olympiacos in the Balkan Super League. First in, of course, the Balkan Super League. Quarterfinals of the Cup, a bit unfortunate, but quarterfinals of the Champions League was unexpected, but we've done very well. We've actually promoted a few youth talents, Sanetakis, Krali from Croatia and Bezos from Greece as well. All of those getting loan moves. We do have 95 million in our bank, a lot of money. Our first signing of Season 3 is a new striker, replacing El Kabi, who is already 33, only going down in overall. We've put him in a swap deal, as we have sent El Kabi to Benfica in a swap deal, 20 plus 20 million for Vangelis Pavlidis. Still got a whole list of players, including this Zindilis guy, 84 to 94 potential, only 15 years old, Markovic from Croatia, Mirmic from Croatia, even Kolar from Czechia, and then this centre-back Trikoupis from Greece. Bringing in yet another Greek player, a centre-back this time, only 22 years of age, from the German league, Bundesliga. We didn't have that many great centre-backs, so Konstantinos Kulierakis, found him from Wolfsburg for 33 million. We've gone on and sold Marko Stamenic, Luis Palma, Francisco Ortega for 20 million to Sporting. So we've made about 30 million in player sales, even more than 30 million, 34 to be exact, I can't count. Which does mean though that we will need a new left back, because of course Ortega was our main man over there. I've even recalled and sold Antonis Papacanelos to Slavia Prague for 12 million. It pains me to do this because he's quite a talent, but oh well, we didn't need right midfielders, and so I saw the opportunity to sell him. He's 73 rated, we got 12 million. One left back in mind to sign. I've used him a lot, but 79 million will do the trick probably. Both Josko Gvardiol and Milos Kerkez are at Newcastle United. They're both eligible to sign for us as they're Eastern European players. So we've gone with the lower rated one. We couldn't afford Gvardiol. So we've gone with Milos Kerkez. As I said, a player I've used a couple of times before, but he's very good. 66.5 million for the Hungarian. We've even proceeded to sell the default club captain, Panagiotis Retsos. Couldn't turn down 22 million from Al Ahly. So this is the squad we are going into Season 3 with. Of course, Kerkez goes on to that left-back spot. Carmo and Kulierakis at centre-back. Kulierakis already gone up by 1. Kostini up to an 83. Brozovic is going down, but still can do another season. All the others are going up. Of course, Pavlidis up top. I'm expecting a lot of him this season. If some of the players like Kostulas, like Muzaikitis, Karetsas, can still grow in their overall, also Kulierakis, this team is not far off a Champions League title. I'm telling you that the team's done this season. We are on 16 points and only finished 11th. That is crazy. Same points than 6th place Dortmund, but a worse goal difference is what keeps us away, and we have to go through playoffs this year. So we are playing RB Salzburg away from home in the first leg of the playoff stages. It's only a draw. Brozovic saves us along with Pavlidis. Let's see if we can pull through at home against Salzburg. Yes, 3-1 win Kostulas, Brozovic and Costinha. We are in the round of 16. Next up it is Borussia Dortmund at home in the first leg. And it's a 3-2 win. Kostulas end up graced by Pavlidis. We are close to yet another quarter-final. We've done very well so far. The team is looking good as well. Now we are facing Dortmund away and we are getting absolutely pumped. I don't believe it. Lautaro playing for Dortmund, putting in a brace. We lose 3-0 away from home, 5-3 on aggregate, and are out in the round of 16. It's the end of the third season. We are the champions yet again. 3-peat is complete. 18 points ahead of Slavia Prague in second. We've also absolutely thumped Pilsen in the final of the cup. Another double, a second double in 3 years. The Champions League goes to Real Madrid over Leipzig. The Europa League to Leverkusen over Benfica. Finally, the Conference League to the Young Boys over Fulham. Pavlidis is from another planet. 43 goals in 46 games. 27 for Kostulas, who is up to an 84. 19 and 18 for Muzaikitis. 14 assists for Brozovic. And even 8 goals for Simic. 6 and 6 for Heze, who is up to an 86 overall. The team is absolutely bulletproof now. Everyone in the starting 11 in their 80s. Even the bench is not looking too bad. We've promoted another player from the Juve in Markovic. But yes, this team is only a few steps away, in my opinion, from winning it all. We've made heavy investments this season. It has paid off. First in the league, first in the cup, round of 16 in the Champions League. A bit of a backward step, but it's very difficult to compete there. Honestly, don't think we need to change anything this season. Brozovic is still at an 83 overall. I can't find anyone higher rated from any of those countries. And the rest of the team is looking absolutely on point as well. I have, however, changed my mind, bringing in a centre back. Carmo is 28, 82 rated. And I've now changed him, switched him out with a player from Croatia by the name of Luka Vuskovic from Barcelona. A straight trade here with Carmo. Vuskovic still is not even the highest rated centre back. Of course, Kulierakis, but not even the second highest centre back. But I'm still going to trust him. He's 77 rated. A man for the future. Of course, for now, a downgrade in overall. But certainly in the future. So the Champions League phase is done. We are in 18th place. So we have to go through the playoffs again, where we are facing Bologna this time. Whilst we've kind of fallen off a little bit in the league, only in 4th place on 41 points after 23 games. We are 7 points behind Panathinaikos, 6 behind Sparta Praha, and 5 behind Shakhtar Donetsk. Let's see how things go in the first leg at home against Bologna. It's a 2-0 win. Brozovic and Kostulas with the goals. Once again, we seem to go to the round of 16. Away from home, let's hope that we don't bottle this here. It's another win. 3-1 Costinha, Eze and Carezas with the goals. 5-1 on aggregate. It is a different story, however, in the round of 16 as we are facing PSG. First at home in Greece. And we come away with a draw. Brozovic and Pavlidis with our goals. Second leg in Paris in the Parc des Princes. Let's see how things go. We win 4-2 and go through, progress to the quarterfinals. A hat-trick by Kostulas. Absolutely brilliant. Quarterfinals, we are facing Inter Milan. First at home in Greece. It's once again a 2-all draw. If things go the same way they went in the game before, then we are fine. Kostulas and Costinha with our goals this time. And so now it is time to face Inter away from home. And we win again on penalties. We are through to a Champions League semi-final. Pavlidis with the equalizer in normal time. It went all the way to penalties where Inter missed twice. We didn't miss a single beat and go through to the semis. The only one between us and the Champions League final is RB Leipzig, who we are facing away from home in the first leg and win 2-1. Carezas and Pavlidis put us into the lead. Qualify for the Champions League final at home. No, we don't. We lose 4-2 at home. Xavi and Delap, what a shame. Delap actually with a hat-trick to destroy all our dreams. Pavlidis put us up in extra time, but Delap and Xavi Simons turned the game around yet again for RB Leipzig. and so we are out in the most cruel fashion. Against all odds, we have done it. 76 points, we are once again the league champions for the 4th time in a row. 4 points ahead of Shakhtar Donetsk in the end. The cup goes to the Hungarian side, Ferencváros over Panathinaikos. Here we've been beaten early doors by Ferencváros, the later winners. Very weird, all German Champions League affair goes to Stuttgart to Leipzig over Stuttgart in a penalty shootout. We have another penalty shootout with the winner coming from our league, Slavia Prague over Juventus in the Europa League. And Monaco defeat Wolfsburg in the Europa Conference League final. Kostulas has certainly done well with 34 goals, only 14 this season for Pavlidis. Don't know what went wrong there. 14 and 15 for Carretzas even, who has grown to a star at the age of 20. Some near misses in the Champions League semi-finals this season, the furthest we've gotten. Hopefully in Season 5 we can go all the way. Next up, our first signing in Season 5 is going to be a backup goalkeeper. Our current backup goalkeeper is under 70 rated. We needed a quality one. And so we've gone with Christos Mandas from Lazio, a Greek goalkeeper, 14 million he cost us. This is crazy, boys. A 35-year-old Brozovic who is 79 rated. We could sell him for 90 million. He's glitched down to 79 now. He was at an 84 when we sold him. But still, that is absolutely crazy. 90 million for a CDM who is 35. We don't even have to buy a new replacement for Brozovic, as we've already got Korneli Juricic at the club. 19 years old, 73 rated CDM, with the potential to be special, a very big tag. Of course, with Juricic coming in, the starting 11 is a bit weakened, but I couldn't find anyone half decent even from any of the countries we're allowed to sign players from in the transfer market. So I thought, why not give Juricic a shot? Otherwise, of course, Mandas coming in, 26 years old, 79 rated, a very good backup keeper. And we are close to being there if Juricic grows well. We've still got 4 centre-backs, 3 from Greece and 1 from Czechia, loaned out. 3 CDMs even still, and 2 strikers, Bezos and Zindilis. Or whenever Pavlidis is going. Halfway point of the season, we are second place in the league. 4 points behind Shakhtar Donetsk because we've lost 6 games already. However, we've done really well in the Champions League, where we finished in 3rd place and went straight to the round of 16. In the round of 16, first leg, we are playing RB Leipzig, away from home. Juricic up to a 76, but we lose 1-0 through to a Samu goal for Leipzig. Let's see if we can overturn the deficit in the second leg to go to the quarters. No, Pavlidis with an equalizer later on, but again we went behind through Samu. And we are out. We are regressing. I don't like this. It's the end of the season. Somehow we have still won the league title. 2 points ahead of Shakhtar. We've won every single title so far. 5 out of 5. We are, however, not winning the cup as Zagreb winner over Shakhtar Donetsk. We had already been knocked out in round 1 by FCSB. That is a bit embarrassing. Having a look at European trophies, Real Madrid defeat Man City in the Champions League final. The Europa League goes to England, to Chelsea over Sevilla. And finally, the Conference League goes to a team out of our league, Sparta Prague over Wolves. Looking at this team, Carretzas, Konstantinos Carretzas, he has been a transfer of ours. He's absolutely delivered. Up to an 88 overall at the age of 21. 22 goals, 5 assists, 19 goals for Charalampos Kostulas, who is also up to a 92. Pavlidis even delivering with 15 goals. And 8 and 6 for Muzaikitis. Even though we lacked success in the Champions League and have gone backwards, we've still not done too badly to reclaim that league title. I'm really excited to see what we can do next season in season number 6. The only player we pick up this season in season 6 is a new cam as a backup to both Carretzas and Muzaikitis. Croatian player coming from France in Anton Nezevic for 13 million from Stade Rennes. By the way, also sold Andre Horta to the desert, to Al Ahly for about 20 million. Meaning that our squad is now looking like this. A few players have returned from loan, like this Zanetakis guy, Tsindilis, who has potential to be special, might be loaned out another time. But yes, Knezevic is now the cam, ahead of, instead of Horta, who has gone to Saudi Arabia, of course. Musaikitis, Carezas, both very close to the 90s. Heze already in the 90s. Juricic growing very steadily. So is the back line. Vuskovic already up to an 84. Kostinya 87 rated. Kulierakis up to an 88. And even Kerkez 89. With Tsolakis, one of the other OGs, along with Kostinya, Heze, and Musaikitis, of course, also Kostulas. We've also effectively sold one player in Roko Simic, a bit controversial maybe, but 13.3 million to Shakhtar Donetsk. We now do have a first team as well as a bench team that are capable of competing at the levels required of this team. Juricic still needs to grow a little bit more, but otherwise everyone is very, very good in their plans, in their development. No really older players either. Kostinya and Pavlidis are the oldest ones at 29 and 30. Otherwise, yes, Sindilis on the bench. I'm expecting a lot of him as backup. This season, we only finish in 12th place in the Champions League phase on 13 points, just about below Monaco, Atletico Madrid, 1 point. On the other hand, in the league, for once, we are ahead at the halfway stage. Normally, we have to crawl back from behind, but 2 points ahead of FCSP after 21 games. And so in the playoff round, we have to go to the Dragao to Portugal to face Porto, away from home in the first leg, and it's a 3-0 demolition job. Pavlidis, Carezas, and Pavlidis again. Second leg should be a formality at home against the Portuguese Giants. Another 1-0 win. Kostulas with the goal. 4-0 on aggregate. We trash Porto. It is AC Milan in the round of 16 in Greece in the first leg, and it's only a draw. Rafael Leao with 2 goals. Kerkez and Kostulas with 2 for us, but it's all square going to Italy. Going to Milan for the second leg. Let's see how this goes. We lose again on penalties. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. We'll need to take another year, because sillily enough, Pavlidis saved us actually in the 89th minute, but then, yeah, everything went wrong in the penalty shootout. Kostulas with the miss and Pirola in the end. At least in the league, we are still the champions. 2 points clear only of Shakhtar Donetsk, our closest rivals to the title yet again. And yet again, we also do not win the cup, as Shakhtar win that for a second time in a row. We have been beaten in the round of 16 once again by FCSP. They've knocked us out for 3 straight years, something like that, in the cup. Leipzig win the Champions League over PSG. That is surprising. Europa League goes to Real Betis over Inter, and the Conference League to Sevilla over Sporting. That's their new tournament now. Once again, the stats have been dominated by Konstantinos Carezas. 21 goals, 13 for Kostulas, 12 for Pavlidis, and even 11 goals for Knežević, who we bought at the beginning of the season. Zindilis with 8 goals also, mostly off the bench. Again, we win a 6th league title in a row, but again also no cup and no Champions League. For the second time in a row, in fact, round of 16 exit there. We need to step our ideas up, because I do believe we have got the team. Sold arguably one of our very best players at the start of Season 7, Vangelis Pavlidis, for 86 million. Moving to Arsenal, he's 13-1 now. And also Makar Mikoš going to QPR, another striker. You may ask yourself, Sombrero, what are you then going to do up top? Well, we have got Kostulas and also both Zindilis and Bezos to go in there. Both have got the potential to be special. Both are special players, that is for sure. Really, we've been so close so many seasons, even with the departure of Pavlidis, we've still got Bezos up top, he's already 77 rated. Juricic up to an 82. This team has to do it in the next couple of seasons, absolutely. We have to win the Champions League. Well, in the league, it's not going well this season. In Season 7, we will most likely be missing out on the title unless we make up 15 points. We are in 12th position, 12th on 27 points. That is not good. We have, on the other hand, made it in the Champions League phase into the playoff, not even into the playoff round, right straight into the round of 16, finishing 5th on 16 points. Arsenal have gone undefeated, but yeah, we are higher in the Champions League phase than in the Super League. In the round of 16, we are, of course, already facing Manchester City. First away from home, and we don't get blown out of the water. It's a 2-all draw. Everything hangs in the balance. Our two Greek superstars, Kostoulas and Karetsas, on the score sheet. The second leg is on the way. Can we finally get back to the quarterfinals? We haven't been there for a couple of years, but here we are. Bezos and Nezevic with the goals. 4-2 on aggregate. We move. Of course, guys, it doesn't get any easier. Quarterfinals it is. Real Madrid. We are facing them first away from home and get the win. 2-0. Kostoulas and Karetsas with the goals. Kostoulas even missed a penalty in the 75th. We'll face them at home in the second leg. This should be a formality, and it is. Mbappe with a brace, but it doesn't matter as we win again. Musaikitis, Bezos, and even Vuskovic with goals. We are once again in the semis, and this time we are facing Juventus. Let's see how we do against the Bianconeri. It's a 1-all draw in the first leg. Still everything to play for. Hopefully no heartbreak in the second leg. Third leg at Juventus Stadium in Italy, and we are losing again. I can't believe it. Etiquette and Hugo with the goals. We are once again absolutely heartbroken, destroyed. I shouldn't have said anything about heartbreak, because now that's exactly what's happened. The problem now is that next season we won't be in the Champions League, as we've only finished in 6th. We have made it up to 6th, but still 11 points behind Zagreb, who are the first non-Olympiacos winner in the Super League. Finally, at least, though, at long last, we are back to winning a cup competition, the Turkish Cup. 3-0 over Slavia Prague in the final. Well, we can wave goodbye to the Champions League, where Chelsea have defeated Juventus in the final. The Europa League goes to Milan over Newcastle. The Europa Conference League then goes to West Ham, another English club, over Braga from Portugal. This season we are looking at a breakout season for Stavros Bezos. He's grown by 6 overall, 31 goals, 13 for Karetsas, but Kostoulas only with 11. That is a problem. 11 and 15 for Musaikitis is good. Honest though, for a second, this team has to do better than 6th in the Super League. Absolutely. Look at the team. Nearly every position is 86 plus. In fact, every position. 86 is the lowest rating in the starting 11 for a 24 and a 22-year-old. Though, well, our streak had to end at one point, but I didn't expect it to be a 6th place finish. Then again, semi-finals of the Champions League and winner of the Cup is not too bad. But yeah, next season, we can't even finish off the rebuild. That is frustrating. We won't be in the Champions League. As expected, we are of course not in the Champions League. We are in the Europa League, though, where the target is to win the Cup. It is because we won the National Cup last season. Of course, we are only allowed to sign players from leagues from countries that are in our league. And so we found a Croatian backup cam, another backup cam, in Milenko Jankovic from Liverpool. He didn't get any playing time there, so we snapped him up for 48 million. We're even picking up a player from Poland for the left back spot, because Onyemashi, our left back until this moment, is retiring at the end of the season, the backup. And so we have snapped up Mikhail Gurgul from Royal Antwerp for 22 million. Already now Gurgul is rated higher than Onyemashi. He's also 7 years younger, so we have sorted out our backup left back. We've then proceeded to sell both Andrea Zentoy, centre-back, loan out Vasily Trikoupis, another centre-back, and sell Zarko Markovic to Lech Poznan in our own league for 2.8 million. He just didn't develop anymore. Just to strengthen the bench further, we go into the market for a third and final time this season, bringing in a 26-year-old Romanian, a CDM in Cristian Mihai from UTA Arad. I don't know where this club is from. Could be from, I don't even know, really. It is the end of season number 8, and as usual, we are on top of the Super League, 18 points ahead of Panathinaikos in second. For the second or third time only, we've won the double, defeating Panathinaikos in the cup final, 3-0. The Champions League this season goes to Real Madrid over Arsenal. I really want to attack that next year. We were, of course, in the Europa League, where we finished second in the league phase. Went straight to the round of 16, where we ran riot over PSV. Quarterfinals, we defeated West Ham. Even Newcastle in the semis to face another Premier League club in Liverpool in the final. and we win the cup. We win the Europa League. We win a treble this season, even if it's the poor man's treble, on penalties. And finally, Sevilla win the Europa Conference League over Atalanta. Bezos is an absolute beast. 38 goals, 24 for Carezas with 16 assists, 21 for Kostulas, and 14 and 16 for Nezevic. Great stats. The team itself is looking very good. Both our fullbacks on international duty. Phenomenal amount of players in their 90s already. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6 players in their 90s and some very close to it. We've delivered this season on all fronts, winning all competitions we were part of. We are now even European powerhouses, though it's only one step further to take. Reach the Champions League final. For the first time, we've done 2 semi-finals, but no final so far. We've once again cleared house this season. Matija Mirbic goes to Cluj and Gregor Papakostas goes to Slavia, strengthening 2 of our competitors in the league. Just because we can this season, we go in for a backup striker, top man. Polish striker Sebastian Malinowski, 120 million for a backup striker, 21 years of age, probably Lewandowski's regen. Early in the season, it's the UEFA Super Cup against Real Madrid, the winners of the Champions League. With Bezos and Kostulas up top, let's see how this goes. We lose on penalties this time. We won the Europa League on pens, but now we've lost a lesser trophy, of course, but still a painful one to take. After a lot of penalties, Pirola missed. Once again, we are commanding the business in the Super League. We have won it 7 out of 8 times, and it looks like we are winning it an 8th time in 9 seasons. 9 points clear of Slavia Prague, who have 1 game in hand. Whilst in the Champions League, we've absolutely smashed it. 8 games, 7 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses, 22 points. Same points than PSG, first place in the Champions League phase. It is round of 16 time. We are facing Valencia, first away from home at the Mestalla. Let's see how things turn out. 4-1 win. We demolished them. Kostulas, Muzaikitis, and Bezos with the goals. Let's see how the second leg unfolds. We are 4-1 up, and we win again 4-1. Carezas with a brace, with a hat-trick in fact, and Muzaikitis with the other goal. 8-2 on aggregate, we move. Quarter-final time, we are facing Manchester City. That's a different kind of an opponent. At home, first of all. And it's a 2-1 win. Kostulas and Muzaikitis turned the game around after Haaland gave City the lead. Second leg away from home. Can we keep the advantage and go to the semis? Absolutely. 3-0 win. Brace by Bezos and a goal by Juricic. 5-1. We tag Manchester City as well. It is semi-final time, and we are facing the German giants Bayer Leverkusen at home in Greece and win 2-1. Kostulas with a brace. So far, we've been in the semi-finals twice and lost both times. This time it looks much better. Will we finally make it to the final at Bayer Arena in Germany, in Leverkusen? Absolutely. Kostulas and Bezos give us yet another win. We've only won games in the knockout stages here and are deservedly through to the final, where we will be facing PSG, the French super team. That is going to be a big final in Season 9. On the other hand, we've absolutely demolished the Super League. 21 points clear of Slavia Prague and 25 points clear of Ferencváros. We've also reached the cup final. However, the final will be after the Champions League final, which makes no sense, but oh well. Having a look at the other European competitions, Atletico Madrid defeat Benfica in the Europa League final, and the Conference League goes to Fiorentina, a quite high-profile final over Frankfurt on penalties. Malinowski's the man. How has he played that many games and scored that many goals? I don't know. But 30 goals in the Super League. He's only played 1 Champions League game. I've never played him, but 30 goals in 31 appearances in the league is crazy. 27 for Carezas as well. 23 for Kostulas, 16 for Zindilis, and only 11 for Bezos. I think I might start Malinowski in the final. I'm not sure yet. And yes, indeed, we have chosen to play Malinowski in the final. Bezos on the bench along with Zindilis. We have got a super team created here, and I can't wait to play the final at the Olympiacos in Berlin against PSG. Kostulas already going on a run in the second minute. Balde gives the ball away to Carezas. Here is Juricic, Eze, our midfield maestros. Now into Musaikitis, who gets the first shot off, but it's wide. Musaikitis on the corner. It's a chance for Kostulas, who scores an absolute screamer bicycle. Maybe the best goal I've ever scored in one of these Champions League finals. What a bicycle kick into the back of the net. One of the first times I've scored from a corner in a long time, and it is via bicycle. What a belter. 1-0. Vuskovic with a fantastic interception, and now here goes Costinha looking for Carezas. Once again we are on the move. This is Carezas for Malinowski, doubling the lead after 17 minutes. Our Polish superstar of the season giving us the lead. Carezas on the assist, as he does so often, so many times. It is 2-0. PSG trying to respond through Openda. Now Costa, whoever this is, scores a super goal. Might be the Cristiano Ronaldo region, I don't know, I have no idea, but he scores a super goal. It's a goal fest so far in the first 23 minutes. 2-1 to Olympiacos. Juricic intercepts, but Eze gives the ball away through Palacios. This is Ezequiel Palacios into Götze. Once again we defend well. PSG don't get the rebound through Openda, who puts in an equalizer. We were 2-0 up and cruising. Now it is 2-2. PSG again on the attack now. This is Openda. PSG very direct. This time we defend well. And now we go forward through Malinowski, who has got a lot of space up against Saliba. Malinowski against Donnarumma. What a first half in the Champions League final. Rarely played and seen anything like this. Malinowski on the brace. No chance for Saliba and Donnarumma in net. We can see the free kick here just before half-time. Costa is probably lining up to take that, or even Rodrigo. I didn't see the end of it, but Solakis collects and it's half-time. Bad mistake at the back, a bad pass out. And now Openda once again trying to go through. Openda still, Openda! And it is a penalty, I believe. It is a penalty and a yellow card to Vuskovic. That is unlucky. Let's have a look at it again. Götze fouled here by, of course, the defender. And Götze, it is Costa or Götze, I don't know. I think it is Costa with yet another equalizer. 3-3. Incredible game of football. Still, we are not lying down here. This is Musaikitis. Musaikitis still looking to feed Kostulas. We have got an opportunity to take the lead again, but Donnarumma with a fantastic save. Openda. Costa is so far the MVP of this game, along with Malinowski, as now Götze goes past, but what an interception by Vuskovic. This game is so tense. Here come PSG again. What a wonder pass. What a goal. No, it hits the post. It only does hit the post. We are not going behind in the 80th minute. What I will do is bring on Bezos. Maybe also somebody else. I don't know. I'm actually in two minds. Maybe bringing on Bezos in defense. Two Greek Bezos coming on here. Carezas, can we go forward one more time? Malinowski is offside. That would have been it. Last action of the game. It is extra time. We go into extra time. 3-3 after 90 minutes. Careful, here comes Openda again. Openda puts PSG into the lead for the very first time in the 94th minute. At the start of extra time, Luis Openda with a brace. Juricic into Bezos. Bezos looking for the overlapping Musaikitis. This is the opportunity for 4-4. Malinowski with a hat-trick. It is 4-4 after 103 minutes. Crazy game. Absolutely insane. Here come PSG again through such a direct player in Rodrigo, but we defend him well and then nearly concede. Oh my God. I still want to bring on Knežević for that camp spot. Here is Knežević looking for Bezos, who is up against so many PSG defenders, but he does well. Here is Bezos going all the way. Bezos, but Donnarumma again. Here's Carezas with the corner kick. Bezos! Bezos scores a header! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! Bezos with the header! And it is 5-4 to Olympiacos after 115 minutes. I can't believe it really. Carretzas with the corner. Somehow Bezos gets on to the header. I mean, we've done twice. We've scored from a free kick today. This one wasn't as magical as the first one, as the bicycle, but it is 5-4 nonetheless. Still, the game is not over yet. But we win the ball back, and now Bezos can go again. Bezos for 6. Bezos, 6-4. The first set is over. The game is over. Everything is done and dusted. 120th minute, we've scored 6 goals. 6 against PSG, which is absolutely bonkers. 6-4, wow, what a game. That is about to be full time as well. PSG still trying to get an attack going. Even if they score, they are still behind us. Now Engels goes forward, still trying to open up room. Here is Openda, looking for his 4th goal. Still, but the goalkeeper, Ziolis, with a phenomenal save. This might be the final action of the game. Corner kick, Rodrigo. We're already over extra time. They had it somewhere, not on target, and it is done. Olympiacos, the Greek Giants, win their very first UEFA Champions League. We've been very, very close in the last few years. But this time, after winning the Europa League last season, we've also won the UEFA Champions League in season number 9 of this rebuild. But lads, if you enjoyed this one with Olympiacos, a bit of a more obscure rebuild, then please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Consider dropping a like on the video as well. I will see you again in the next video. For now, I'm gonna leave you alone, celebrating the trophy as our captain. The man who was here from the very start, Santiago Heze, is going to lift that elusive Champions League trophy. The Coupe des Champions goes to Olympiacos, to Greece. I'm going to say goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. It's been Reveal Sombrero. I'm out.